on a suspected burglar arrested thanks to an 80-year-old homeowner armed with a pitchfork.
The woman says that same suspect left her in a financial mess. Colin Ruane has the interview you will only see on 6.
He got in my car and I watched him pull out.
Things haven't been easy for Krista Reid, more than a year after her car was stolen and wrecked.
Absolutely not. I haven't been able to drive it since that day. I have had to pay to have it towed 3 times. I had it stored in somebody else's garage because I didn't have one.
Making matters even more frustrating, she tells us Randy Liddick, the man found guilty of stealing her car, is the same man suspected of a burglary at this South Omaha home last weekend.
I was furious. I was absolutely furious. How is he out causing problems for other people?
A check of court records shows Liddick has been in court more than a dozen times, the cases dating back as far as 2000. As the victims of one of the more recent cases, Reid and her daughter still feel the after effects today.
It has affected me and my whole life because everything makes me anxious now.
Not only mentally, but financially too. Reid hasn't been able to drive her car for more than a year, and she hasn't seen a dime to help fix it.
I have to file a civil suit against him. I can't afford that. I'm a single mom.
In the end, both are hoping to share their message to make sure what happened to them doesn't happen to someone else.
He needs to not do this to people because he just leaves them in a financial mess.
The family tells me they've even had to move because they didn't feel safe living in the home where the crime happened early last year. And as for Liddick, according to court records, he appeared here in court earlier this week and for that burglary in South Omaha. And you might remember I spoke to the 80-year-old victim in that burglary case. He followed the suspect with a pitchfork before police arrested him. And John and Mallory, Liddick's bond is set at $30,000.
The story will continue to track. Thank you, Colin Ruane, reporting live in